Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Cook It. I'm Ed. Alright, today is Tuesday, April 10th. I'm sorry, May 10th. And I am making shepherd's pie. Okay, so this recipe is a little bit involved and I started some of the steps already because I didn't want to have a really super long video and I didn't want to chop it up into several different parts. So if you've ever had shepherd's pie, you know it can be made several different ways. Technically, shepherd's pie uses lamb. Cottage pie uses ground beef. So I'm using ground beef today because I didn't find any lamb, and I don't know if I would have bought it anyway because I think lamb is kind of greasy. Anyway, so I'm making shepherd's pie, cottage pie, whatever you want to call it. And as you know, probably, the shepherd's pie is topped with mashed potatoes, which I already have done. And I've got those in the microwave because I've got some butter melting on that. All right. So I've got the meat browned here in this skillet. So I'm going to go ahead, get the potatoes out of the microwave. Now the butter is not completely melted, but that's okay. We're going to fold a couple different things in there. Some grated Parmesan cheese and the butter. We're going to put some heavy cream in it. And what else? Oh, a couple egg yolks. Yeah. All right. So what we're going to do now is add a cup of dry red wine to this hamburger mixture, which already has the onion and the garlic in it. All right, so let me put the camera down here. What you're going to do, add that red wine. Stir it up. Of course, you know, as this cooks, the alcohol is going to cook out of it. I've never made this recipe before, so we're going to find out how it tastes. And I'm assuming the red wine is going to just give it a richer taste. So according to the recipe, you're going to add that red wine and you're going to let this boil until it's somewhat reduced. Now I've made shepherd's pie before using canned gravy. You can do that. It's really good. And of course the cheese that you put on, I think you could use anything you wanted. I usually just use like a shredded cheddar or Colby, whatever. But this recipe caught my eye because it's completely different than the shepherd's pie recipes that I've made. And I will say that Rich makes a really mean shepherd's pie too. Maybe someday I'll get him on one of these videos and he'll make us one, his version, which is really good. All right, so what I used as far as the meat, I used an 80-20 ground beef and it made a lot of grease. So I did drain it because I didn't want this to be real greasy and heavy. So we're going to go ahead and let this cook down a little bit, and we're going to work on the potatoes. Let me move this over with something because it's hot. Just going to move that over there, let it cook down a little bit. I'm going to put the potatoes right here. All right. Yipes, that's hot. Okay, so you're going to, let's mash this up a little bit. Get that butter in there, melt it up. As I said, you probably want to make the potatoes first, get that out of the way. That's, you know, probably the longest part of the recipe. Okay, so there's the heavy cream, and it's going to take a 1/4 cup. All right. Now, I got the egg yolks separated from the egg whites. Now, when I was cracking the eggs open, it had a double yolk in one of them, but I went ahead and cracked another egg yolk, or another egg, so it's going to have 3 egg yolks in that. Alright, this is reducing pretty nicely. Just let that simmer a little bit. Okay, so you're going to put the egg yolks in there. Just kind of fold those in or mix them in. And I'm assuming it's going to make the potatoes kind of stiff. All right, there's the cream. I'm going to put that in there. There's something I forgot to put in the hamburger mixture here, but it's going to be added in just a couple minutes, and that is W sauce. Okay, that's Worcestershire for those who don't know. Okay, now we're going to add some of the Parmesan cheese to these potatoes. Just kind of stir that up. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now, another thing that goes into the meat mixture is some tomato paste, and it only calls for a couple of tablespoons, and I really don't want to waste it, so I think I'm just going to add the whole thing. Let's get this W sauce in here too. This meat has really, it's reduced, the liquid in it. So let's get this tomato paste in here. If I was going to have another recipe using tomato paste in something, I'd just save it back, but I don't, and I'm not going to waste it, so I'm just going to put the whole thing in there. Let's give this a stir. I wonder what A1 steak sauce would taste like in this. I think it would be okay. I think just about any recipe can be modified. You know, come to think of it, I've had shepherd's pie that has been kind of red, like it's had ketchup put in it, or maybe it was the tomato paste, I don't know. But I don't think using a whole can of tomato paste is going to be too much, because there's going to be other ingredients in it. The other spoon I was using was too bendy, so I really couldn't get all this stirred up. I thought I had all my ingredients out, but I didn't get them all out. And what I'm going to go get now is some salt and pepper, because you want to get this pretty heavily seasoned, I think. Okay, salt and pepper. Let's add some salt. Let's add some pepper. Let's give it another stir. This really smells good. The garlic, the onion, the salt, the pepper, the W sauce, the tomato paste, everything. I think it's going to turn out really nice. Now, to this, you're going to add a cup of chicken broth. Okay. I have a visitor. I don't know if you can see him or not. Let me see. Well, there's his tail right there. That's it. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Nelson. Come here, Nelson. There you go. Look at that handsome boy. And I don't know where Eddie is. All right. Don't worry, Nelson. You will get some shepherd's pie or some cottage pie or whatever you want to call it. I hope everyone is having a good day today. It's my day off. The day is absolutely gorgeous. It's nice outside. We had some baby birds hatched the other day. Well, not the other day. I mean, probably been, I don't know, week or so, maybe longer. They made a nest on the porch in this basket that we had found that had some flowers in it, and Rich put it on the front porch, about a month or so ago. Well, I guess Mama Bird thought it'd be a good place to build a nest, and so she did. She laid some eggs. We didn't get up there and look at it because we don't bother them. We don't do anything like that. You know, we just let nature do its thing. So I've been hearing some cheeping and some chirping, and I looked outside today, and I think Mama and Daddy are flying around. I don't know what kind of birds they are. They're nice little pretty birds. And I think the babies are trying to leave the nest, but I don't know if they're really keen about it. Okay. Oh, this recipe also uses frozen carrots, or I guess you can use canned carrots. Either one would be all right. So I think this is ready to get in the oven. Let me move everything out of my way. Nelson wants me to hurry it up, and honestly, Eddie does too. Let's turn that off or down. Okay, so you want to put this in a glass baking dish. I suppose you could use metal if you wanted to. This is just a 9 by 13. So you want to spoon the meat mixture into the pan. I really like this little burner. I'm thinking about getting another one, a different model. The one that's got the glass top. I think this one just shuts off too much once it gets to a certain temperature and kind of interferes with cooking. Although, you know, I'm happy with it and I'll continue to use it. Let's just dump the rest of that meat in there. Also, this Tefal pan, yeah, I found it the other day at Goodwill. Brand new, never been used. I think I paid $4 for it. So I had to get it. Because Tefal's a good brand. And so why not? Okay, let's put the pan over there. Okay, time to add the mashed potatoes to the top of this meat mixture. Okay, let's get a spoon that is not bendy. All right, let's put these carrots on top of here. My hands are clean, I promise. Now you can also use mixed vegetables in this. I've had it that way. You can use peas. You can use peas and carrots. You can, well, anything. I don't think it matters. You can use whatever vegetable you like. And I suppose if you didn't want to put vegetables in it, you don't have to. So you spoon the mashed potato mixture on top of the shepherd's pie. Or the cottage pie. I guess I should call it cottage pie because, like I said before, this isn't ground lamb. This is ground beef. And the recipe says to just kind of, you know, just dump the potatoes on there. You don't have to spread them out or anything. Now this is going to bake for about 20 minutes at 350. I'm probably going to leave it in a little bit longer than that because those carrots are still frozen and cold. They are not thawed. I was going to get a can of carrots, but I was in the frozen food section anyway. So I thought, well, I'll just get the frozen carrots. Because they're crinkle cut. And they're bigger than those little bite-sized pieces of carrots you get in a can. Okay, so I've got it almost assembled here. We're going to put some more of this cheese on the top of it. Not a whole lot. Just something to give it some flavor. Now the recipe does not say to cover it. I don't think you do because you'll kind of want these potatoes to get a little bit brown. What do you think, Nelson? Is that enough cheese? You're a good boy. Okay. All right, folks, there's the assembled shepherd's pie. And it is going to go into the oven at 350 for about, I'm going to put it in for 30 minutes. Maybe 25, because I just want to make sure the carrots get done. Okay, so this will be uploaded as part 1. And then part 2 will be in just a little bit after it comes out of the oven. And I'm going to let it sit for probably about 15 minutes because it does look kind of soupy. And I don't know if it's supposed to be like that. It's okay, I guess, if it is. But probably some of the liquid will cook away. I don't think I have anything else for you today. Maybe, I don't know. I might make another video since it's my day off. If I think of something else, I will cook it. Okay. I think that's all for right now. I'm going to put this video up in just a little bit, and part 2 will be coming up in a while. And we'll cut into this shepherd's pie, cottage pie, and we're going to eat it. I think it's going to taste really good. All right, folks, we'll see you soon. Take care for now. Bye-bye.